In '06, I broke my neck and was told I'd never walk again. I severed my right calf and broke my arm, and they're like, if I lived through the night, that I'd never walk again. So I sat around in a halo for 7 months, got pretty heavy, got way out of shape, and I was fixing to get kicked out of the Army. They told me in April that if I don't lose the weight by December, I was done. So I started running. My platoon sergeant came up and he's like, let's do an Ironman. I was like, no, not doing it. And he's like, how about a marathon? And I didn't even know what the distance was. I was like, I can't run that far. And so he talked me into doing a half. And so I come up with a little 16-week training plan and went and did a half marathon, and then realized I was pretty good at it. I lost 30 pounds in the first 3 months because I was up to 270 pounds. So once I realized I was pretty good, I just kept running. And then they told me about the state team, and then Colonel Mann and Colonel Bradley are like, you need to try out for the national team. So they told me that I was going to Lincoln, Nebraska with them in 2015. And I went and tried out for the national team, and I've been on the national team the last 6 years.
Well, the Arkansas Run team is / marathon team. It actually started back in the 80s when the national program began in 1983, and in Lincoln, Nebraska, and that was when Arkansas first actually got involved in putting a team together, and we've had a team go and compete in the national trials ever since. We've pretty much always finished in the top 10. We've won it overall national champions once in 2019. We finished second, and we've been on the podium a few times. I first started running on the program in 1989, and been involved in it in one way or another ever since. So about 32 years worth of involvement with the program.
Sophomore year, I made it into the newspaper, and I thought that was super cool. And then I was able to make it on the podium as a junior down in Texas at the state meet in cross country. So then people start recruiting you for college. Went to college, ran there, earned a couple All-Americans. So I thought that I'm doing pretty good. I thought I would try to I wanted to go as high as I possibly could, so I thought I would try to go win some medals at the Olympics one day. I was a little naive. So it just kept going, and then slowly but surely morphed into different sports and triathlon after that. And once I got into the National Guard, Colonel Mann kind of roped me in and was like, so here you can run. And then ended up on the team.
So I was never a part of a cross-country team or track or anything like that. I was a cheerleader, and just being around athletic people just started a mile at a time. And those miles turned into 2 and 3 and 4 and became marathons. And I literally just took it mile by mile. It was more of a self-want to run than having been forced like on a team or anything like that to run. Never thought I could run. I always get told I don't look like a runner or anything like that. But I love to run. It's a passion of mine. And I just kept going.
I run with at least somebody from the team every week. Whether it's me and Derek York or Jamie or Colonel Mann. We all talk all the time. We're all real close friends.
It is. It absolutely is. It's definitely community and family. We have training together. We run together. We set up runs at the river trail together. We go off and run on camp together and stuff like that. So doing training schedules and different types of training. We bounce ideas off of each other all the time. So it definitely is a sense of community and family.
And the motivation is always there. We do group chats and texts and follow each other on social media. The motivation behind it is you really don't want to let any one of your teammates down. So all of us were giving everything we had on race day just because we really do feel that camaraderie from Arkansas.
Every once in a while we'll get together and we'll do some training runs together and stuff like that. We used to go do the Army 10 miler, but with some regulation changes and other things, that's kind of in the too hard to do box. But sometimes there are some other events. We won't necessarily get everybody together. I think the last event we did pre-COVID was we all came and competed in the Be Your Best Days that we had here on Camp Robinson as a team. So we will generally do some of that stuff, and now that some things are starting to open back up, we may do a little bit more of that. Some of the issues we run into is the folks that make the all-guard team, which we had 3 this year, and we've ranged anywhere from 3 to 5 pretty much every year make the all-guard team. They're going to an event almost monthly with the national team. So, that kind of makes it hard for, hey, we want to do this race in the state when they have an opportunity to go to Hawaii or the Virgin Islands where they're going this year, and doing some other events or so on. So
my main goal is I want to go under 3 hours in the marathon, which is like a 6:52 pace. I ran a 3:02. Now I want to go under 3 hours. Almost there. I've chased that number for about 6 years though, and I'm not getting no younger, so this is my last shot at it.
I would like to do it my whole career in the Guard. Even if I don't make the all-Guard team, I definitely would like to run for the Arkansas marathon team. Just helping with, we did the Run for the Fallen, helping with those type of events is truly rewarding to me. Just trying out every year and being around all those people across the Guard is just so uplifting, and they're so positive. So I definitely see it happening throughout my whole career. I don't see a stopping point, and I really don't want to see a stopping point. So
I still have about 7 more years on the tech program, so as long as the chief will allow me to continue to be the running coordinator, then hey, I love doing it, and it's, like I said, it's a hobby to me, so it's some extra work, but I enjoy it, so that's no big deal. So I'm hoping I'll be 55 next week. I plan on hanging around here till I'm about 62. I hope to be, still going to Lincoln, pretty much every year for at least the next 7 years. So
retired Colonel Mann, he did it for a very, very long time, and James Brissett, he recently retired. He did it, over 20 years, I believe. So they're their goal to run as long as they have. So, and they still continue to run. They're just not in the Guard anymore. So
we've got runners from, I've got runners from 142nd to 39th, 77th. So I'm not picky when it comes to, hey, where are we getting them from? I got several from the 87th Troop Command out at Jonesboro. So we reach as far as Bentonville, Jonesboro, Little Rock area. So pretty much all over the state. They can just reach out to me, and I'll get them all the information. I'll be more than happy to spend some time and explain how the program works.